Hey guys, so yeah, content was pretty boring today. They did like an 82 plus player pick that the only way you can get is to do share plays with other people, getting one by one. And I wasn't really interested in doing that personally. So we did the two-player reviews today. We're going to be doing the reaction video today. And then tomorrow, we're probably going to be doing a 4 2 tactic video from a pro that actually performs really well in game. And then we're also going to be doing maybe like two different tutorials, like attacking for that 4-2-3-1 that we did for that 20-0 video, as well as another maybe 4 videos tomorrow. We'll see. I have like a few ideas to work with. It was good because today, took a break a little bit, chilled with the family most of the morning, because again, it was really good that they didn't actually release anything, because it allowed me to kind of chill out for a bit, right? But you guys know me, I always like to post videos regardless. So yeah, so let's get started with this whole situation. I don't regret posting this video. I had to make this video. You guys know how I am. I'm a no filter person. People were being a little bit weird between me and Nick, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Saying that there's drama between us. There's no drama. Okay, I don't know where this comes from. To be fair, this is like internet 101, right? Where people make something out of nothing. This happens all the time. Guys, let me give you guys a quick story of how we met and actually became friends within the FIFA community, right? Like, I would consider Nick one of my actual friends in the community. Like, it's probably him and Jarba as content creators, right? Like, people that I talk to about like just regular stuff. I miss Jarba a lot because I used to play Fortnite with him all the time. He was just a cool dude, but I don't think he does FIFA stuff anymore. I haven't seen him in a minute. But yeah, content creators wise, like people that I talk to like on a regular basis, like it was usually these two, right? Because Nick's around my age, Jarba's around my age. So there's like more of like a relation there. And it's not to say that other people are not my friends, but friends, it's like, to me, is like when you talk about like literally anything, right? Most of the times, everything that isn't FIFA, right? Play video games with them about other things, that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, so people were kind of not comparing. They were kind of like doing this thing where it's like, because you guys know how Nick does like the Rat series, right? Where near the end of the year, he basically does the Rat to Glory, where he's doing complete Rat stuff to be able to play the game. I understand why he does it as a content creator perspective, because the only way that he will create a series like that is because he doesn't do it in general. Does that make sense, guys? He will only do it if it's based off of an actual series trying to be entertaining as a content creator, right? But the people that are playing against him are aware that he's doing that. Like, he's trying to force messages, because what he's doing, right, is being like the FIFA rats of the community, right? Of trying to force those things, playing like a rat, forcing the guy to send him a message saying, yo, is that all you got? Like, stuff like that. I get it from a content creator perspective, right? It's still ratty, and he's aware of it because it's a rat to glory for a reason, right? But yeah, people were saying like there was drama between us for that. You know what, guys? You're right. There is drama. Guys, the diss track, bro, it's already being made. Listen. Look at the diss track, bro. It's already being made. Totally not the Berardi video. It's already being made, guys. Diss track is coming, okay? Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be reacting to this video. I was watching like the first like 2 minutes of it. And then I was like, you know what? Since there's not like actual content today, we're just gonna be doing a reaction to this, okay? Before we get started, I want you guys to know like how we met initially in the community, okay? We met like this. So I have always been this type of person where I don't like ratty stuff in FIFA. That's why I hated FIFA 19 with a passion. And that's why I tell you guys this all the time, that FIFA 19 as a video game is the acid that spills from garbage of video games, of FIFA games. That game is literally PTSD in my brain, because it was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life when it came to anything. Creating content on a game like that for a whole year was actual torture, okay? We complained. I think I made a rant video for that game every like 5 times every month, which is insane, okay? I used to make videos literally calling the people that made the game really, really dumb, right? For even having the mechanics in the first place. The game is different now. Honestly, this is my favorite FIFA over the last 6 years, which doesn't really say a lot, because obviously they're still going to have problems in FIFA that makes the game weird in general, right? Like I've always mentioned to you guys. But they actually have core mechanics this year that were well thought out. Guys, think of it like this. Would I play 4 FUT champs? When was the last time I played 4 FUT champs in a row? Don't get me wrong. The 3 FUT champs, you count them a little bit because I'm doing reviews while trying to get coins back while reviewing the cards. So you're not like full tryharding, but you're tryharding a little bit so that you can get the coins back, right? But then the Road to Glory one of me getting 20-0, that was me actually tryharding, okay? The way that Nick and I met in the community was actually like this because he knew that I was like this too, right? So what he used to do is that in FIFA 19, which was a full meta rat garbage game, right? With these 180 no-scope crosses to the far post, all this kind of stuff, Nick would still play really good football within the game itself, right? So he would send me clips, yo, what do you think about this goal? What do you think about this goal? What do you think about this goal? Because he wanted an opinion from someone that doesn't like seeing the garbage, right? And to be fair to him, the only thing that he had to do rat-wise, because you could not score any other way, was it was the 180 shots. Basically, like you have to do first-time shots because it would not be accurate if you settled the shot and then shot it like you can nowadays, okay? You guys would not have this mechanic if we didn't complain about it back in the day, okay? We were on that mechanic like crazy because that finishing was horrible, okay? But yeah, that was like the one rat thing that you literally had to do or else you couldn't score. It was impossible. First time shots, finesse shots, anything, the finishing was horrible. You had to do 180 shots, okay? But it never did like the Balassi flicks, anything like that. So sometimes you would score goals and I was telling like, yo, that was a sick goal, stuff like that, right? So it's very important to mention that stuff because this has never changed, right? In regards to how I view FIFA gameplay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and react to this video. We're going to see what he says about it. Guys, at the end of the day, like, regardless of us being friends, like, you know, he's going to say I'm wrong if I'm wrong. And you don't want yes men in your life, you know? But when it comes to, like, the opinions that I have for FIFA stuff, I am very, like, I will be closed-minded. Like, when I feel something when it comes to FIFA, that's it. Like, it's very hard to convince me otherwise, you know? Especially for this video. I do not regret posting this video whatsoever, okay? So,
Abed wants me to watch an
says.
Inception video. So we're going to watch his video.
Shout out to Abed. I'm not sure who Abed is in his chat, but I might know who it is. I might know.
Video, guys.
Listen, I got a rant about this.
Is the volume good? Is our volume, everything is good, guys?
Meta that existed last year, and EA really enables people to do this garbage all the time, okay? With their absolutely garbage mechanics in these certain... Look, I'm already smiling. Before I get started, okay, I do want to say that I still think, okay, like core mechanics wise in certain areas of the pitch, like I mentioned in the first gameplay video, right? In certain areas of the pitch have been improved this year, okay? But they have, okay? Listen, they have. I would not have played 4-foot. The last time I played 4-foot champs in a row was FIFA 17 when it was first introduced, and that's when I quit playing it because I hate foot champs as a game mode, okay? And hey, what I say, listen, but before I get started with the video again, I have to mention this. Hey, people, listen, you guys were showing overwhelming support on that video because when you make opinion-based content, you're gonna have some people that are, you know, you're gonna have it. But I'm still gonna post it because that's how I feel. Listen, that video that we posted against the people that are like, this is how I live my life, right? So you only give negative feedback or opinions value if you actually give it value, if you are the one projecting it. However, I like to live life this way, right? When people doubt what I know I can do, you, over time, if you do that to me over time, right? Especially in this case, over the last 5 or 6 years, ever since I stopped playing foot champs consistently, I would play it like maybe 1, 2, 3 times for 18, 19, right? Fully. And that was it, right? But when people consistently doubt over the course of the years, it builds up inside me, right? Because when I make that video, there was a lot of people saying, maybe you just got to get good at the game. So I'm like, you know what? There was that night where I told you guys in that video, I played Overwatch and then I went on FIFA and I'm like, these guys, they think, even though I got 18-2 and 17-3 while reviewing, I'm going to use this Portuguese team, right? I'm going to use this Portuguese team, and I'm going to try hard 70% because I can't try hard full percent because I'm not using a full meta team, right? But I'm going to try hard 70% because I still want to use my Portuguese babies, right? And we're going to try hard foot champs. And it was good that we got 20-0 after that video because I did not play the games before I made that, okay? But I played it after because you guys released a thing in me, right, to play the game. I'm not going to say that you didn't, right? it's not going to happen for a while again, because my main focus is creating YouTube content, being good at FIFA or amazing at FIFA and striving to be the best at it. It's not important for content. I've told this to people all the time, okay? It's important to always create different type of content that people will be interested in. I will sacrifice that part of FIFA for my content every single day of the week. But for this one time, I had to do it, right? And I had to do it while showing you the type of gameplay style that I have. Because when I made that rants video, right, I'm talking about people playing like rats. But then you guys saw the 20-0 foot champs video, you guys saw the play style, and then you knew what I'm talking about. Look at the comments in the YouTube section or the comment section from that video, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. People were being super nice, very, very supportive. They loved the play style, right? They loved it. And I appreciate that. There was one guy who literally said in that video, it was, what did he say? It wasn't this one, it was the foot champs one. Foot champs. He literally said this, and this is how I feel about any video game that I play, right? Let me see. He says, dude, it was so insane how many, like, overwhelmingly nice people, like, there were so many, right? But there was like a comment like this, like, look at these guys, right? You are that type of opponent that would make me think, wow, this guy is levels above me and I want to play more so I can get to that level, right? Because you're actually seeing something that's not ratty. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing like a football sense. You're seeing a breakdown. You're seeing like the types of players that I'm using to do that breakdown. That's where skill is, in my opinion. And to be fair, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I will never view FIFA in the competitive sense in that way, okay? Because it just will never be that type of game. Because guys, if I'm playing the game normally and I want to try out different stuff, I'll maybe match up against a content creator, but I don't know if I'm matching up against a content creator, because I'm not playing the game to only play to win. Because play to win FIFA at the highest level is horrible, right? Which is why I make these videos. My experience of playing video games, of FIFA, any game for that matter, is to do different things and try different things to have fun with the game. It's not always to be full meta, okay? It's important that I experience that when I'm playing video games, right? So, yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. That's just how I feel, okay? FIFA every single year is garbage because of inconsistent gameplay. I stand by that like crazy. All the time to you guys, okay? You can tell what the core mechanics are, but inconsistent gameplay will make it garbage. Now, inconsistent gameplay aside, I want to talk about these three core mechanics. And mind you, this is going to come off of a loss from dealing with this, because this is not the only time I have either...
Guys, the thing is, though, like, he's so passionate. That's what's important. He knows a lot about...
Oh, this guy with his PassionFC. Jeez. Where's the center back? The what's this guy's name, bro? This guy, bro. Guys, Badezzi, man. He joins PassionFC. Hey, let's go. PassionFC Badezzi. Is he a lengthy? Ooh, PassionFC on an architect. Oh, man. The Italians, no, you know what? New PassionFC is Argentina, bro. Argentina's the new PassionFC.
The game, so you have to respect that. Very passionate. You can see the first minute already. We're in for a 27-minute of passion video. Here we go.
Won or lost against it, okay? But I need to talk about it regardless, because it needs to be talked about, because EA have not changed this meta for this year's game, okay, from what it was last year, right? So you guys already know my whole situation with the gameplay game modes and why I hate them so much. Because you forcing competitive on a game like... This is why I don't stream, by the ways, because these gameplay game modes are not good for streaming. It's not good for game after game, you know what I'm saying? Oh, dude, I do most of my reviews this year in foot champs. I'm not even joking. I think 90% of my gameplay is in foot champs nowadays, because it's literally the most enjoyable for matchmaking to do reviews. I can get 14 wins, I don't care. I'm just trying to get coins back from the coins that I'm losing doing the reviews, you know? Like FIFA, where there's one game mode that has quantity amount, and then the other one that has the quote-unquote top tier players in FIFA, when all it actually means is the most rattiest FIFA you'll ever see in your entire life. Okay, that's what it actually means.
Yes, that's true.
You've gotten to a point, right, where you're... Hey, don't get me wrong, though. I faced some of you guys in foot champs. I faced like 3 people so far. Cool, you guys were sick. You guys were sick. You guys were literally sick in the head, man. Oh my... There's this one guy that I beat 3-2 that should have beat me 4-2. That's what the game should have been. But you know how FIFA is, right? He should have beat me 4-2. He was doing beautiful football goals. Like I couldn't even. I love these games. I love losing. It makes me happy. I can lose a game in happiness, right? When that happens. But FIFA is like this. Like sometimes, guys, listen. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this like seriously, okay? In my opinion, when it comes to professional FIFA, the person that I've always said is the best FIFA player I've always watched, and you guys have watched the old videos, the best player I have ever watched, and he's crapped on me too, he has, but it's good. You don't want yes men in your life. If someone is against what you're doing or saying, let them be against what you're doing and saying. Don't cut someone off because they disagree with you. Don't. It's not good in this life, okay? But the best player I ever watched, okay, was Kurt, okay? You guys know why he's the best one? Because he played authentic football and destroyed people. And you know when he destroyed it? Guys, go watch the video that I reviewed for him where it was him against Tex. If the game was a proper competitive game, which in my opinion will never be because FIFA should not be viewed in that way. Maybe back in the day in FIFA 15, sure, right? But that's long gone at this point. That game was the game he should have won. I remember to this day, he got screwed over by the Maldini drag touch, because you know how the center backs, they sometimes do the drag touch and then all a person has to do is run, take the ball and then shoot. God, that mechanic was so horrible. And I think he lost because of it, right? Not to say anything about Tex, because Tex has confirmed that no matter what football game he touches, he's going to be a monster at it. And you confirm this the most, and I said this in a podcast one time years ago, you confirm this the most when he played PES. You guys should have seen the crazy stuff this kid was doing on PES, man. He was doing some wild stuff. And he only played the game for, I think it was like a week or two when FIFA was dead during that time period. So, but from what I've seen, from a person doing passes that I can't even see, that never happens, because most goals you'll concede, you're like, I kind of saw this happening, you know. Kurt does stuff that you're like, what did I just see? What did I just see? This guy just did the most insane pass I've ever seen in my life, right? And on a consistent basis. And he did it during a game that wasn't good for regular football, okay? I think that game was FIFA 20. I think it was FIFA 20. I could be wrong. Guys, remember, the last 6+ years of FIFA have not been good. This is the first decent one in years, okay? It still has massive issues, obviously, but it's still the first decent one in years, okay? Foot Champs matchmaking, your Foot Champs matchmaking, the mode I hate the most, has the best matchmaking in the game. When I said that, that's when people said to get good, and that's what irritated me, and that's when I did the Road to Glory Foot Champs run, right? Because you get to avoid because you know, people in this community, it's all results. Oh, this guy hates the game because of results, right? So I'm like, results? Okay, I'm gonna show you results. Top meta rat people you'll ever see in your entire life, okay? Guys, this is not a results thing. This is an experience thing. This has always been an experience. Even though I said that, they still did it. Experience thing when I rant about these things, because I just played this game and it irritated me like crazy, okay? These three core things will continue to make this game garbage if EA enables this behavior. When there's something overpowered, they have to be on top of it like crazy, okay? Okay. The first thing I'm going to talk about, obviously, is inconsistent gameplay. If my players feel horrible in game when it comes to dribbling and movement in general, the other two things I'm about to talk about is significantly worse because of that, which you experience most of the times, okay? Guys, this pressure tactic that you guys have in FIFA,
so
EA
broken.
and EA devs, this pressure tactic that you guys have, this only park the bus, only go for counterattacks, absolute garbage.
It's so bad, Chad. It's so bad. I agree.
Gameplay that you allow people to do all the time. This needs to be fixed, okay? This needs to be fixed. The amount of times that I will face someone this year that does not play the game to play the game is ridiculous, okay? And you know why they don't play the game to play the game? It's because the result is so important to them.
Yeah,
because they know
true.
that these mechanics are so overpowered. And I already know, because
Chad, they either like yesterday when I was 19-0, I played a guy with like a 195. He just constant press the whole game. Stamina never runs out. Like there's no impact. There's no weakness for playing like that. That's the problem. Also, half you guys in the chat, you guys just sit in your box on drop back all game because you just want to win. Like it's unbelievable now for 2 years that you could just get away with this BS. It's like getting away with murder. It's
You're so dumb, Nick. I love it though. Getting away with murder.
Chat, you just shouldn't be able to get away with it. I agree. I really do agree. Okay.
Every single time I
love this kid.
discussion, right? Every single time
This is why he's one of my
dealing
friends.
with it, but not talking about this specific issue, right? It's because they don't want to be that guy that complains. You guys know I couldn't care less, okay? I could not care less. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say.
Inception, you
because I
just
have to
cry
say
because
it.
you
Because
know
let me tell
you just
something.
cry.
If it wasn't for someone,
just cry
or
'cause you're
people
bad.
in general complaining about the horrible things in this game,
Quote
this
Twitch
game would
chat.
be significantly worse. Okay, so this pressure tactic situation, this is
That's why I did the foot champs run.
horrible, EA. People are using it the entire game, and it breaks my attacking AI, right? They don't move properly whatsoever.
Dude,
No matter
it's so
what
true, though.
formation I switch to, come short.
It's so true.
Play possession.
Nah, it's so
tactics,
facts. Tom
play
Kalefi,
long ball.
it's
It
so
doesn't
true.
matter. You know why? Because every
Tom
single
Kalefi.
Can't do
player
anything.
on the pitch is marked the entire time, and the other person gets rewarded for
I message Tom Kalefi about all the stuff I hate all the time, and I also message him about the good stuff too. Because, like I said, they've done some good stuff this year. So I'm not gonna be like completely negative, but yeah, the park the bus stuff, I message these guys all the time about this stuff.
it. There's actually no mechanic that happens that screws them over when they use that for a very large majority of the game. I get into positions that I can't even dribble because the gameplay is bad, right? If it feels bad, or if it feels good, then I can maybe deal with it a little bit, right?
No, you still
A
can't
little
deal
bit.
with it.
Not a lot, a little bit, tiny bits, because it's still overpowered like crazy. I can't dribble, but I can't dribble, and then I can't pass the ball to anyone because everybody's marked.
This is
It
facts.
doesn't matter who I pass the
This
ball
is
to.
facts.
If I make a pass, first of all, his first touch is going to be the touch of the worst touch of life. It could be Lionel Messi, and he'll still do a horrible touch, right? So people are using this mechanic the entire game, right? This pressure tactic.
Nah, someone said in the chat, what is Nick dressed up as? And someone said Nick is dressed up as a full-time streamer. Yo, chat, go ahead and give this guy an L spam, please. What a terrible viewer.
And only parking the bus. You are playing the game to not play
Get that
Hey, to be fair, I will say something about Nick, okay? Because this has to be said. You have to give respect to this kid, okay? I'm going to tell you why. He has streamed the game for long periods of time during very, very horrible time frames of FIFA, okay? I am not willing to stream this game because I'm not willing to play the way that these gameplay game modes are formatted, okay? The gameplay has been improved, which is great, but the gameplay game mode format is not good for consistent streams and consistent gameplay, but he does it, okay? He will consistently play Rivals, he will consistently play Foot Champs, and he's done this for years, okay? So that's one thing I'm going to give credit for, okay? Because it's very tippable. It is. I'm not gonna say it's not because I'm not willing to do it. I'm not, but he is. So
Get out of here, man.
And in the counterattacks, guys, I played.
and if you're willing to do it, you're gonna turn into a rat a little bit. It's gonna happen. It's, you know, especially when it's years of it, you will turn into it a little bit. But even still, man, he still plays good football. When I made that video, it was more the goals that I saw him conceding because I'm like, this guy's just playing park the bus kids all the time, every single game. Park the bus, park the bus, park the bus, park the bus. Every single person's marked. Couldn't. I was like, I don't even watch this anymore.
Against people that have zero football IQ. You have absolutely zero football IQ because guys, I'm literally using the cursor. The cursor is on top of
listen.
my head.
This is the first thing I disagree with, though, with Inception, okay? Inception, listen. You need to accept that this is not a football game. This is FIFA. It's never going to be a football game. That's the problem. The FIFA is not football. FIFA is like...
It's true. You play FIFA to play FIFA. This is true. This is.
It's not a football game. This is not... Like, you want a football game? Go play PES. You know, that's why you'll find me in the top 500 because I have football knowledge, right? FIFA's about being a rat. Seriously, FIFA's about being a rat.
It's true.
Canceling skill moves. And then getting in a one-on-one situation where you have Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Houston in his prime. That's what FIFA's about. Getting into the middle and getting a one-on-one situation, right? That's not all football's about, but that is what FIFA is about the last 3 years.
I will say, a real-life football, if it was completely made into... I'm talking about football IQ in regards to breakdown. People don't break down ever, right? They just don't break down whatsoever. It's just the same ISO plays. But no, he's right. He's right. FIFA is a game where you play FIFA. It's true. You can put football knowledge in FIFA. That's what we do when we play the games. You guys can watch the highlights, right? But
It's about the isolation. This is the Tom Kalefi isolation area. Tom Kalefi is the game developer. He took over this game in FIFA 20. Before FIFA 20, we never had this situation. Now it's all the belief that you get a one-on-one in the middle. You work the whole time, go down the line. You whatever you do, you're trying to get a one-on-one in the middle. You're trying to cross up somebody. Yeah. Okay, we keep going.
It's on top of my head, and they still make the pass in that direction. EA. Did I not teach you last year that if the cursor's on top of my head, whatever pass he ends up making should, first of all, come off worse. The pass should literally come off worse because the area that I'm marking, he does a through ball right to my player, and I sometimes can still not get the ball. I'm here, and he still doesn't get the ball. And it happens, right? Because sometimes in my RTG, I'm like, dude, I don't like that when I'm manually defending this area, I don't get the ball. But if I let my AI do it, he's gonna do it for me.
He has a blue
this
controller?
defensive AI
Purple.
is overpowered.
It's so OP.
If you
purple controller, Nick. Get the white controllers, the first ones that they made. Horrible, garbage, terrible controllers. They're the ones that have the left stick problems. I even told Boris about it because he had a problem with one of his white controllers. The purple one, this one, it's purple, red, and pink. The galactic controllers are the ones you have to buy when you buy a new controller. The white ones, unless you buy a new white one, which you can't confirm, there's no way of you confirming. There's literally a serial number on the back of it that I think has like a capital A or something. Those are the new thumbsticks in the controllers. I had to research this because my old one, which is the original PS5 controller that came with a console, this thing was garbage 1 month into it. So yeah, the left stick is still broken on this one. Like it literally does, it does random like flicks in that area.
use these
get it out of
things,
here, EA.
guys, I'm sorry to tell you, first of all, you are a rat because you are not playing the game to play the game, right? Because there's no
I stand by this like crazy, man.
And everybody that uses
Right.
these mechanics in the game, they never build up an attack. They just force the ball constantly to, and nowadays, hey, the pace has been nerfed.
This is where the internet, this is where they're like, oh my gosh. Nick and Inception are fighting. Where's the diss track?
For the explosive players, but don't worry, the rats will find another solution. They just use the lengthy players to just do that all the time. Inception, why don't you just use more park the bus oriented tactics? Do you understand what you're saying? You want me to be more defensive to deal with a game that's already defensive? No. This defensive AI is so overpowered, man. It's so disgustingly overpowered if you choose to use it, which most people do. If you choose to use it, it's disgustingly overpowered. I can't stand it. When I use it, I feel disgusted in myself. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm using a different formation. Guys, listen. The pro player 4-2-3-1 tactic. That I
It's
showed
so
you
ratty.
in the video, I literally tell you.
It's so
that this is
ratty.
not a tactic that I'm probably going to use in the future. You know why?
That's so
Because
ratty.
It's so boring.
I tried out.
so
I'm not even gonna call him
defensive.
out. I tried out some
It's so
4-2-3-1 pro.
park the
It's
bus
so dead.
oriented. The boar's
So boring. Yo, Boris, if you're watching this video, I love you so much, man. I love you so much for making that 4-2-3-1. Oh, I could play authentic football with it. You're the best. You are the best. It's still the best tactic I've used this year.
Legend 4-2-3-1 is still the best. You know why? Because there's actual movement that's authentic from your players, and your CDMs are not on stay back while attacking, cover center, cut pass lanes, and just park the bus the whole game. No, it's trying to be back and forth FIFA as much as possible. In order to counter a garbage mechanic, you want me to use another garbage mechanic? No. No.
Yes.
No. Okay? Guys, let me tell you something in the top tier divisions of FIFA. Top tier divisions of FIFA, sometimes you come up against a guy, right, that has good football game sense. You can tell, right? Sometimes you come up against a guy that has good football game sense. The way he breaks down your defense, you're like, hey, in this year's game, you notice it more. I'm like, hey, that was a good goal.
Yeah.
But don't think that you are good at this game if you do the same ISO play goals every single time. Run down the sideline, do a driven pass, shoot the ball one time. No build up, right? Just
Right.
runs the whole entire time. Even if I have my fullbacks to chase after all the time, even if I'm blocking that general area, sometimes because of that driven pass, there's no defensive animation, even if I'm blocking the general area. Even if I know where you're going to pass the ball to, right? I might as well just let my defensive AI do it. I might as well just let him do it. Because manually doing it is worse. The same ISO plays. Run down the wing, go for a driven pass, take a first-time strike.
Boring.
Park the bus.
It's
the
so
entire
boring,
game.
bro. I'm telling
Use
you.
this pressure tactic that marks every single player. The attacker
This is why I want to play PES, bro. But I can't because when I play PES, I fucking fall off. And no one wants.
Nick was talking to me about the PES thing, and he was showing, dude, he showed me a sick. I gotta find it. I gotta find it because we talked about this clip that he made so much, bro, and he kept mentioning it to me because it's honestly such a good clip, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to find it easily. It's this one, bro. I gotta show you guys this goal. This is what I live for. And hey, to be fair, sometimes you guys see me score this type of goal. In this year's FIFA, not last year. You'll never see me score this type of goal last year. But this year's FIFA, you could see it sometimes, okay? I'm sorry about the Twitter video. It's so bad, okay? Their bitrate is horrible on this platform. But I think it loads. Why is it so bad? Twitter, what are you doing?
Kimmich, man. Here we go, Kimmich. Build. Yes.
He literally says build.
Kimmich.
Guys, count the pixels, okay? Literally, bear with me. Just count the pixels. I just want you to see the build-up play.
Kimmich, man. Here we go, Kimmich. Build. Yes, Kimmich. Oh my god! Oh my god! One more! Oh my god!
The one thing I keep mentioning to him is how well the attacking AI is formatted in this game. Like, cause this one situation, right? So the play literally starts at the top over here.
Kimmich, man.
Watch this guy. This is Mbappe, I think, right? Watch his movement the whole time. Okay, the whole time he's building up this play.
Here we go, Kimmich. Build. Yes, Kimmich.
Every dribble, every pass you make, he's adapting to it. Every single time. Look.
Oh my god! Oh my god! One more! Oh my god!
Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
The whole game. Not for 5 or 10 minutes in game because you want the ball back in the
Count the pixels. I'm so sorry. That's Twitter videos.
last like 10 minutes of the game. No, the whole game. You know what it is when I play against that? Do you know what actually happens to me?
What?
I don't even want to play against it.
Facts.
When I notice that it's being done, I don't even want to play against it.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as these people skilling the air. Skilling the air. It's one thing if you do it like once in a while. You know, maybe you did it like 4 or 5 times in one game, right? 6 times in one game. I get it, because dribbling this game is not... You can't dribble into space. You have to skill move into space. You know, I get it. FIFA mechanics, right? Oh my god, the amount of people that I faced this year that use that new garbage skill move, the L1, the thing that I hated from when Boris Legend showed the gameplay in the beginning of the year, that one skill move.
I hate that. Garbage. I hate that skill move. I hate it. I wish they would ask, hey, dude, what do you think about this skill move? That skill move is garbage. Garbage. You know which one I'm talking about? The one where he does like a back heel. Just talking about it irritates me. Back heel, back ball roll. People doing that just to dribble. People getting the ball, and then every single time they get the ball, R1 tap.
Yeah. But
R1 tap.
okay, I also disagree with Inception here. This is probably the first thing I disagree with. Second thing, I have to use R1 because you can't dribble in this game. Like, you know what I'm saying, chat? Like, I'm not of this belief that you're gonna be some like...
I don't mind you using the mechanic of L1, R1. What I do mind is spamming it the whole time. I face people that only do that the whole time. They will do it with no pressure around them, okay? It makes sense if you touch the ball and then you do the R1 once in those situations. But it's the same thing as skilling the air. They're doing it all the time. You understand? That's the problem. I get having L1, R1 dribbling to compensate for the left stick. I understand because it's different this year, right? But it's doing it all. I faced a kid that did it every touch. You know what I'm saying? It was every single touch. There's no pressure around him. He would just be like, R1, R1, R1. Like, it's just, when I see it, something's being spammed, I know it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. The L1, R1 is a good thing to have to be able to left stick dribble. It's important.
Higher moral ground for playing a certain way that's going to make you play slower. Like, the reason we hold our... I don't know any of you guys in the chat that are using R1 dribbling. It's the only way to turn in this game. There's no other way to turn. That's why we use R1, because...
You can turn. You can. It's harder, but you can do it. It's possible.
It's the only way we can actually feel like we can dribble. So, I don't know, man. Like, that part is like...
You just need specific players, though.
A little... The L1 heal, I agree, is so stupid. But R1 we have to use because we can't turn otherwise. Like,
No problem using it. Problem spamming it.
it's the only way you can turn. I don't know how else to turn. Otherwise, I would just, like, everybody would be clunky. I would hate every player. I feel attacked, but, you know? What are we gonna do?
R1 tap. Bro, this kid that I faced, guys. This kid that I faced. Oh, my God. Park the bus. Defend...
Oh, that kid that I faced? It's people that search rat mechanics on YouTube. You know, he was doing that corner glitch tactic. It's the one that Harry does. I don't know how you do it, but garbage. Okay? That corner kick tactic, my God. Don't have competitive modes when these types of goals can be scored. Okay? While people park the... like, you know what I'm saying?
Defensive tactic that marks every single player while the gameplay is bad, right? While the gameplay
I don't
is bad.
park the bus, so that's not me, chat. I never park the
passing
bus.
Opportunities. My
Never.
player takes forever to settle the ball just to shoot the ball, right? And by the way, there's still this like really this is more of a new thing this year for sure, where you take
I don't change the fight back when I
and
score.
You don't finesse
You
it,
did not
but
watch
your
the stream
player
this
does a
weekend.
side-footed shot. Like he uses the side of his foot to shoot the ball. When I want him to do a power strike, I don't have time, EA. I don't have time to set.
He didn't hear that part, but there's a mechanic this year where sometimes you'll do a first time strike and your player will hit it with the side of his foot, making it kind of like you're doing a first time finesse shot, which doesn't make sense because it should be a power strike. Like there's no way that you can even hit a finesse shot like in those situations because it doesn't actually make sense to, you know?
Settle the ball every time because your defensive AI is so overpowered.
True.
When people choose to play that way.
That's true.
And let's be honest, if you choose to play that way, you're a rat. Okay?
Just say you're
If
a
you
virgin,
think
bro.
that
You're a
you are
loser.
good
Don't even say a rat.
at this game
Because that's not nice. Like, I take
utilize-
pride in being a rat. You know, it takes talent to be a rat. That's if you park the
This is why people went to the comments. It's your fault, Nick.
bus, you're just literally a loser. Like, it's not a rat. Rat is like a pride thing. Don't say that, you know?
It's a pride thing. I hate you.
Loser.
Absolutely garbage mechanics. You are garbage. You're a rat.
Garbage. There you go. Trash
You're a
can.
rat.
Fruit cake.
This game I played was so annoying. I couldn't play the whole game, guys. I couldn't play the whole game. It doesn't matter what I do. Horrible dribbling. Every single player marked. I passed the ball to the goalie. I'm looking at the radar. I'm like, who am I gonna
feel
pass
this
the
on
ball
another,
to?
like, this is like a
You know
spiritual
what?
level.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
pass
this right
the
now.
ball to the side areas. Maybe I can
Yesterday,
win a
I'm
header.
19-0. I'm killing this guy 3-0. 90 hullet. You guys seen the game. Half of you guys in the chat seen the game. I'm passing the ball to my goalkeeper. I can't even do anything. There's no attacking AI. There's nobody open. There's nothing to do.
You have to pray that you have like a physical dude in the side positions. Like that's why I want a Diogo Jota car in the future. You have to pray that you have a physical guy in the side positions that can win a header in the air and then progress with the attack. But guess what? Even if you win the header in the air, they're still being marked like crazy and they don't utilize empty space.
just got to sit here. Honestly, for lack of a better word, just take the, you know what I'm saying, chat. You know, like, you know, I just got to sit there and take it for 60 minutes.
You do.
It's a joke.
You literally do have to take it. It's so
It's really a
annoying.
joke. Like, there's
You have to not play to play, you know?
no counter to it. All right.
And then go through for an attack. No, they're all marked anyways. There's
Look at his face.
huge circles of space that they don't run into because they're using that tactic. And then what does the community do? What does the community do? Oh, what tactic is it? Oh, what? How do you do it?
Exactly.
How do you
On
do
Twitter,
it?
hashtag FIFA23. These are the
What, so you could
custom
be a rat
tactics
as
that took
well?
me to 800 skill rating. There you go.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what else? You know what else he used? This is even worse. If you concede first in this game, this is even worse because you
Terrible.
park the bus immediately. I don't know why you guys play the game. If do you do that every game?
Yes, they
Seriously.
do. They park the bus because they want to win the game.
So
Because they
badly.
play
For
to
no
win for their
reason.
ego.
For no reason, bro. For no reason. If it's like me playing Warzone and staying on top of the tower the entire game just to guarantee a win. Like the zone comes to me, we're good. We guaranteed the win. It's literally like playing Warzone that way. No, the experience is the most important part. I'd rather die in Warzone, right? Maybe dropping like 12, 13 kills than playing on top of a tower and trying to get the win at the end, the whole game. I literally consider the people that do this, they're the same people that do that tower camping. It's the same thing.
Ego makes them sleep better at night. That's why they do this, chat.
It's true.
They park the bus every game so they can get more wins. That's it.
Facts.
Wins.
Do you just park the bus counter every game? Do you just rely on this stupid pressure tactic that marks every single player? Is that what you do every game? Not play the game to play it? Why are you getting rewards? For what? Dude, I see people get red picks. You guys know me, bro. I love using different types of teams, different types of formations. I'm using a 4-3-3 right now from this pro player that's actually really good. But every tactic sucks if someone activates this stupid pressure thing anyways, right? But it's fun. You know, I like to do this stuff, 4-3-3, use different types of players, right? I see people sending me pictures of their red picks, and they get like Lautaro Martinez and Bellingham, and they're like, oh my god, what an L. I seen someone get Correa and they're like, oh my god, what an L. And they're not joking though. They're not like, oh, they're like Inception, they're just joking. No, they're not joking. They're being serious. They're being dead serious. You want to get a full meta team? For what? Why is the results like it's so important to you to play this way for that for what? Competitive for FIFA, I've always told you guys, okay? It will listen to what I'm going to say. This is my opinion. You don't have to necessarily agree with this, okay? But the only time that FIFA was actually interesting to watch from a competitive standpoint,
FIFA 19,
right? Because Park the Bus
FIFA
was not.
I hate you. I hate you so much for saying that game. You're such a meme.
FIFA 19 was the best year.
I hate you. You know it's not. He's memeing you guys.
I swear to God.
Do you know what happened, guys? Listen, I'm ranting about this now, okay? But let me tell you guys something from back in the day in FIFA.
Freaking
You know how
tornadoes,
back in the day in FIFA for all teams,
dunks.
He knows too. He's just memeing, man. He you know what? Nick has done a really good job the last like 3 or 4 years, like really putting like this meme culture into his streams. Like you could tell like sarcasm. But you know what it is, Nick? Is that people don't know what sarcasm is, bro. They stay at home all day. They don't know the sarcasm. And they come, they're like, oh my god, you guys hate each other. You know what? You guys are right, bro. I hate this kid. All right, I hate this kid. Everything about this kid makes my blood boil. I guarantee you what they're going to do is they're going to grab that little 2-second, 3-second clip, boom, send it to them, we're good to go.
you could see
So
the person's
funny.
team from the preview screen. If a person was using a 5-back formation and you can see it, you would back out of that game immediately. You know why? Because you know that your experience of playing against that kid for the whole game is going to be garbage because it's that same exact play style of park the bus counter that in a video game, I don't understand why people are willing to do this so often. You want to win that badly. Don't get me wrong, when you beat these kids, it doesn't even feel good.
No, it feels like
I was going to say it, maybe it feels nice. It doesn't feel
feels
good.
like
Because you couldn't play the whole game.
exactly.
But maybe you got one lucky opportunity where there was an attacking AI that opened up randomly and you scored, and then you win 1-0. In this game, you're winning by 2 goals. Someone activates pressure tactics. Guys, just drop it. Put your controller on your desk. You're not playing anymore. It's garbage.
It is garbage, chat. How can I play somebody that doesn't even have like pressure
Back in the
drain?
day, we used to
whole game
back out of
doing
the
it.
games. If we saw 5 back, we used to back out. You play that all the top tier FIFA is not people that use football IQ.
No, it's the rattiest
people
players
that play FIFA rat mechanics. Okay, FIFA rat. I can't even watch Nick's streams anymore. I can't watch his streams anymore. The goals I'm seeing are complete garbage. I'm sorry.
Not you, okay?
People are not playing this game.
What?
This game just to get results.
Not you. You score nice goals. I'm talking about the people you're playing against.
Understand what for? I don't get it, man.
What?
You get
He knows,
all
man.
these cool.
All right, is this number 3 that we disagree with? Chat, is this number 3?
No, not you.
Or number 4?
He actually has implemented certain skill moves nowadays that like I would never implement, but like he does them really well. Like he sometimes uses like the the scoop turn touch, bro. I've never used that scoop turn touch, which is a pretty cool skill move. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but it's not you, okay? It's not you.
Listen.
If it was you, Nick, I would have gone to your DMs instead of making a video like a little wuss, right? And I would have said, you play like a loser. Like back in FIFA 19 when you used to send me clips of actual good goals. You think I'm gonna make a, you think I'm gonna sub video? Come on. I say sub video because you know how people sub tweets. Like I'm not a loser like this. If I have something to say to you, I'm gonna say it to you. Right? I'm not gonna make a video and be like, you know what I'm saying? When I say your streams, I'm talking about the people you're playing against because you're in the elite division. I've seen the goals people are scoring. Okay, parking the bus like crazy.
I would not do Trivelas. And by the way, this weekend I was.
You could do Trivelas. That's valid because park the bus is crazy. Trivelas are valid. Okay, if we didn't have Trivelas, we would be in a rough situation right now. Let me tell you.
Score 5 Trivelas. If people didn't sit in their box.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's not. It's not you. I understand that. It's the same as the 180 shots back in the day.
And like I understand that he can't watch that, but that's because I'm in the elite division and people sit.
Not you.
In their box and run around with a CDM all the time. If I could actually pass into the box half the time, I wouldn't have to shoot the long shot. You hear me, man? Come on, bro. Come on, man. No, I
think that's what it was. I think the misinterpretation from this clip, that's what sent the video, the people from the comment section. I think it was that part. I think it was. I don't even think it was. I'm pretty positive it was.
I admit that I abused the Trivela mechanic.
I have zero issue with you using it. You have to in this game. It's the same as the 180 shots, okay? I have zero issue with it. And actually, the Trivela shots, I don't mind fully because of Park the Bus and because of the fact that you can still... Manual goalkeeping doesn't fully work for it because sometimes your goalie animations are still weird. But if someone's parking the bus, yeah, you're gonna have to use it because there's not gonna be any way of you scoring inside the 18. Like, dude, there was actually like 2 different games that I played during that 20-0 run where I'm like, I literally even say in the video, I'm like, yo, I had to actually go for this specific shot because this guy's parking the bus. I even say it in one of the clips where it's like, if we don't have this type of shot, we're in trouble because these park the bus kids, you know? Not you. I have zero issue. Okay, it's like the 180s that we used to talk about back in the day.
Mechanic gets taken out of this game, I'm going to Pez, bro. I'm not playing this game.
You're right, because the park bus can be crazy. I mentioned that in the gameplay analysis videos. Okay, I think it was it's not that this needs to be said about FIFA gameplay, is it? Or it's the most recent one where I actually talk about the gameplay, where I literally tell people like, guys, I understand that the outside foot shot is overpowered, but park the bus is very prevalent right now, and it is a way to counter the park the bus. So it's not easier to say like, oh, just remove it or nerf it. Like I've said this, okay? I've even told them about this. I'm like, you guys gotta be careful about this because you have a lot of park the bus right now. People need a way to score against it. But if I was only doing that the whole game, it's pointless, you know?
Because the only way I beat somebody with a 5-back, listen to me, chat, for real. This is where I completely disagree with him. The only reason I beat...
He disagrees because he misinterprets what I said here.
Somebody with a 5-back yesterday, the only reason I beat that 20 mil team with constant pressure the whole game was because of this mechanic. Because if this mechanic wasn't in the game, I would lose because of the rat tactics that my opponents were playing. This is how to out...
See, this is why we're friends, because even though he misinterpreted, he still calls me out on something that he thinks is wrong. Always have these people in your life. Always, okay? Always.
Rats. I'm telling you, Chad, they can't get rid of this shit or I'll cry. I will literally cry. Because in these games that are a coin flip, I have no way to win the game. I have to just get lucky. It's a joke, man. Nah, it's a joke. I stand by this. If they get rid of long shots, I'm actually like...
No, he's right.
My mind.
Are
you kidding me? How am I getting called out when I'm sleeping, man? What is this shit? What is this shit, man? And what's the problem with being a rat? Like, what's the problem? I'm only being a rat because people are rats.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, if we could all just be like... dancing dogs in this world, I would be happy. I would play nice football all the time. Listen, you guys also can't shit on me. Excuse me, I've already showed that I'm a top 500 player on PES. All right, you guys would not even get close to that. All right, because you guys need your cutbacks and your elasticos. I've already showed.
He's allowed to say this. He actually has some. He had really good gameplay during PES.
That I'm a versatile.
Like the clip I showed you guys.
You know, football player. I will adapt to whatever meta. Okay, thank you guys. All right, PES skill gap clear of any FIFA skill gaps. Thank you, everybody.
Cool players that they release, and you don't use any of them because you got to have your full meta team just to do the same. You're a rat. You're garbage. You're garbage.
I'm not garbage, bro.
Okay, I'm not afraid to say
Yo, whoever edits your videos are hilarious. They do a little zoom on the camera. Is that oh, I forget who it is, man. Wow, how do I forget his name? Yo, call me out. You're allowed to call me out. I can't believe I forgot his name. Rami!
You're garbage.
Rami.
Inception, play me. Let's go. I'm ready. Best of 3.
I'll never play anyone in my entire life in this game ever again. Ever since I did Fatal back in the day, it will never ever happen again, okay? Because play to win FIFA is horrible and I don't view the game that way. Let's just make that very clear, okay, everybody? If I somehow match him during the game, sure, cool beans, I'll play against him. I've played Japes in the past randomly when I was streaming. I faced many content creators in the past when I streamed them, and I literally had to do my utmost best to not even say that I'm playing against them, right? Or to ignore the chat completely, because when you play FIFA, especially in my case, when I play FIFA, I am not going to play to win just because I know I'm playing against you, okay? I'm gonna play the game as if I am not a content creator, as if I'm a regular person experiencing the game regular, which would be using different formations and different tactics. This will not happen. I've made this promise ever since Fatal. You could probably see a tweet of me saying this, right? I will never do this again because that was the worst experience to play to win FIFA ever. I will never do that again. Never. I'm not playing a game and taking it serious in a game like FIFA. No, the game, I do not view the game that way. I will never view the game that way. That's all that needs to be said. It's your fault people are messaging me for you to 1v1 me, even though I don't 1v1 I don't 1v1 anyone unless I match them in the game naturally ever since that time. It's your fault, Nick.
You know, I see you tweeting about your 20-0 on your Twitter, huh? Why don't you do that on stream? Well, every Timmy in the chat is telling you EU is greater than NA. You live in a Mickey Mouse.
By the ways, what he's saying right now, I know what he's about to say. He's 100% right. Streaming the game to get 20-0 and playing it off stream is two completely different things. When I actually used to stream the game back in the day in FIFA 17, I used to tell this to people all the time. I'm like, we as content creators, our sole focus is to not go full meta rat the entire time, okay? If you guys watch this kid's streams, he is constantly using different teams, different formations, different tactics, different players, right? So him getting 20-0 is way more tippable, right, than me getting to 20-0 because you deal with constant different things in the streaming scene. Because guys, when you play off stream, you're essentially playing the game like a regular person. When you stream, however, there's a bunch of people trying to stream snipe you constantly. And don't get me wrong, people that stream snipe you are people that are serious about the game in general. But guess what? That's not a good general experience of playing FIFA. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's not a good general experience because you would not have faced these people if you were a regular person playing the game. So him getting 20-0 is more tippable. Me getting 20-0 is more to prove to people that I'm not garbage at the game. And the style of play that I did in that game is also not garbage. And you could see it. That's why the comment section for that video, if I refresh it, was always the same thing. Like, you guys can go check out the video right now, right? Of people just complimenting the style of play constantly, right? And again, I don't take this game seriously. I will never take this game seriously. Doing 1v1s against anyone's I'm not about because I couldn't care less about it, okay? But yeah, no, it's definitely more tippable for sure.
Region, you lucky. Let's see you.
Yeah, there's so many. Oh my God. Every time you get 20-0, there's always something. Oh, it's because you're an NA. Oh, it's because you played against this time. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but what happened to the people saying that this was going to be the sweatiest weekend league ever because of all the crazy inform cards that we had? That was completely wiped from people's memory, right? When they released this, when people started getting 20-0 this weekend, that was erased completely. I'll never forget this. Before it came, this is going to be the sweatiest weekend league yet. People start getting 20-0s. Oh my God, this was the easiest. People switch up. That's part of the internet. You know what I'm saying? But yes, he's right. The Twitch chat, when it comes to this stuff, oh my goodness, it's so different.
You get a 20 on stream with 20 million Timmies the night before Halloween telling you how to play FIFA while they sit in Division 9. All right? That's more of a skill than... Yeah!
And then all the Timmies going to the player reviews too and saying that every single card that they use is amazing. That's the worst. And I knew it was coming too, man. When I knew he was gonna send me a message. I knew it. I'm like, watch this kid send me a message because this kid thinks he's so good at this game.
Oh, he's not calling me garbage.
Right? He thinks he's so good at this game.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I take all that back. I didn't say
which mechanic.
He's not calling me garbage, guys. No. He's calling the play. Okay. Beef, beef,
Guys,
beef.
I'm not trying to go into a FIFA game
Nah, bro, I'm clipping. I'm taking that out, and I'm taking the part before this track is coming.
and play full meta rat tactics. I don't need to do this, okay? It's not important for me to do. Getting the results is not important. I've already showed you guys that I'm decent enough at FIFA.
When I said that, that's when people called me garbage. That's when I had to do the foot champs run.
I went 17-3, 18-2 while reviewing multiple cards and switching my team multiple times and also using different formations for the sake of the YouTube content, right? There's people that have full try hard with their full meta teams that can't even get those results, okay? So I don't need to prove the skill because everyone always brings up skill. I don't need to prove nothing when it comes to skill. This is garbage to play against.
When I said this, that's what tipped people off. They're like, "You're just garbage." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Okay? You're not playing the game to play it. It's not just for that kid that's doing those exact same mechanics all the time. It's for you too, because you can't play the game anymore. You can't dribble and you can't move.
That's why you need to be able to shoot Trivelas. I don't
Yes.
understand how that part I disagree with so much. The same thing is
FIFA rats.
Misinterpreted.
Okay. This is why I don't like.
I don't. Nick, I didn't even say anything about the outside foot shot. I'm saying the goals you're conceding are horrible. I understand. The outside foot shot is the same as the 180. I understand it. It has to be in the game. It has to be. Because if they take it out, they keep park the bus in, we're in trouble, bro. Nick, go watch the highlights. I literally say it in one of the goals that I end up scoring with Bernardo Silva. I'm like, dude, we're going to be in trouble if they take this out. You'll literally see it there.
Bro, Chad, last year, you remember how good the finesse was, and then they nerfed it, and then what happened? Everybody cried, said this is the worst FIFA ever the whole year because they couldn't score.
Yeah, they had to make like really good cards, like really meta cards for the finesse shot to be good again. Because we hit it like crazy all the time last year, but you had to green them for consistency. But it only got to that point when they upgraded the stats to essentially be perfect and everything.
Anymore against dropback rats. True or not true? That is complete facts. That is complete facts.
The play style last year was horrible. It was just literally it was just the one pass meta, the extra pass meta constantly, 100%.
I don't want to hear it from anyone, man. When they nerfed the driven pass and the finesse shot in January, it would turn into an
I used to get drained like crazy doing player reviews last year. That was bad.
absolute RNG dropback simulator. There was no more counter to that bullshit.
People, you know what I really hated last year is when people wanted me to try out different shots. That was the worst. That was the worst because that's not your general experience. When I had to do player reviews, I literally had to go out of my way to show you something that I know you're not going to do when you actually play the game. Because nobody ever does those different types of goals for last year's game, right? I had to go out of my way to go for a finesse shot, to go for like a power strike, right? From a regular build-up. I had to like build up a way to not play the meta to show, because then if I only play the meta, oh, but you're only doing this, of course he's going to score this goal. That's the only way you could score. But obviously when you're a content creator, you gotta do that kind of stuff. You gotta kind of go out of your way a little bit, right?
You know, you go from being like 18-2, 19-1 player, bro, 16-4, roll the dice every weekend. You're gonna have 3 games, you don't know what the hell to do. I'm telling you, man. The thing is, what's so important about these long shots is like, if you're playing someone with drop back and you start shooting long shots, they come out and defend you, bro. It's like basketball. That's what's so stupid. How is this a football simulator when we're constantly comparing this to basketball? I don't understand, but another basketball comparison. Here we go. Listen, if I'm Steph Curry and I'm playing for the Golden State Warriors and Jaylen Brown is defending me, right? Or the Celtics decide to play in a 2-3 zone. They decide to...
I somewhat understand basketball talk, not a lot. I know that Steph Curry is like amazing at 3-pointers. But Jaylen Brown, is that what he said? I don't even know who that is.
Park the paint, right? And I'm Steph Curry, and I hit 3 threes in a row from the logo, bro. Okay? Here's what's going to happen. They're going to have to stop parking it in the paint and come out and defend me. And then
Yes.
what? I have the Steph Curry handles.
Like I said, he's reacting this way because of a misinterpretation. The 180 shots from back in the day is the same as the outside foot shot from now. I've already mentioned this many times, that if they remove it, it's going to spell trouble for us. I've mentioned this.
I'm going right by him because there's now an opening in the box. It's the same thing because FIFA is not a football game. It's a basketball game. It's all about isolations, okay? And making your opponent come out and defend you. So that's why we can't get rid of the long shots. Thank you to everybody who understood that comparison.
FIFA is the game that I have played where people will do this the most. I consider these people on the same scale as someone hacking in Call of Duty. I consider it on the exact same scale. It's the exact, like your weight. It's the
Inception,
exact
my
same
KD
thing,
is
okay?
higher than yours in COD.
And I know a bunch of people.
You have like a
this
2, I have
exist
like a 3.
because I make a tactic
To be fair, when I played Call of Duty during that time period, I played with people that weren't that crazy. Playing with people that are crazier at the game will get you a higher KD, especially if you play it consistently. I stopped playing during Verdansk during that one time period, so that is different, okay? I'm not like Adam where I can carry like crazy, okay? The people you play with will give you a higher KD, okay? If I play with Adam and Cape all the time and I play the game more consistently, my KD would be better. Let's just make that very clear, okay? That like kind of stretches out the park the bus. And you know that, Nick. I even told you back in the day. Because you're parking the bus and you're going for. My friends are much better nowadays. Much better. Much better. Okay, much better. During that time period, it was stressful, but much better now. Okay, but I'm not serious. But like Call of Duty is done for me. I don't even care about Warzone coming out. I didn't buy the new multiplayer game. Couldn't care less about Call of Duty. Counterattacks the whole game. That's what you're doing. I know that you're doing it, because that's all I'm seeing. That's garbage, man.
How many people watch this video like a prime FIFA rat?
Listen, like I said earlier in the video, court mechanics wise, and people 100% felt attacked during this for sure. I still think that this is one of the best FIFAs we ever played, right? You notice it when someone's not using pressure tactics. You notice it with it, dude. This is the first year that I actually enjoy using 4-3-3 again. I haven't liked a 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah, 4-3-3 is very good this year. I mean, since, basically what I'm
like
playing.
FIFA 14, 15. I'm not even joking. I don't even know if I've made a 4-3-3 video in any of the other FIFA years. I don't think I have.
Honestly, though, who cares how someone plays?
It's nice. It's just not nice because
I hear you, but like it's frustrating because
no, it's not who cares. I want the person who just wrote that comment. It's not who cares, okay? Because when they activate these tactics, you can no longer play the game. It influences your experience. The way that they're playing is influencing your experience, okay?
It's like when you play someone who plays like these ratty mechanics, like drop back or constant press, it like makes the game unplayable. That's what his argument is, which I do agree with.
It's all early. I see Erling Haaland, I'm like, here we go. It's coming. Yeah. You know? Your foot champs matchmaking is literally the best one because I can actually use different formations, different players, different teams, right, to play it. Foot champs matchmaking being your best matchmaking game mode EA goes to show you how garbage your gameplay game mode balance is in FIFA in general.
That's just because they're lazy.
You want people to play division rivals, right? It's so bad. I hate the gameplay game mode balance. It's like that's why you can't stream it. It's so bad. And they have to play like rats just to guarantee a result. Oh, and by the way, I didn't make the video for the World Cup mode, but I really hate that they didn't add the tournament mode to foot. I hate it, man. Hate it. I didn't make the video for this, but all I'm gonna say about that promo that they're gonna be doing, it is a glorified new promo like they do every Friday, and it is a glorified icon swap. That's what it is. That tournament mode, I can't even blame EA for not adding the tournament mode because the community complained about it. I don't know why the community did. I even said it on Twitter. I don't understand why people are complaining about this mode. This is the best mode that exists in FIFA. Oh, but I have all the players already. You're complaining because you have all the players. What are you talking about? The whole point of playing the game is to experience every single variable with it. They gave you a way, which has never happened in FIFA before. They gave you a way to have multiple players. I don't understand why people complain about this. This irritates me like crazy. They give you a way to experience multiple players, but you complain about it. You literally just needed like 1 million coins to have like all the players in the World Cup mode. And I constantly use different players. Constantly. You guys can go see like when I play the World Cup mode during that time period. And that gameplay, you know how much I like the World Cup tournament mode? I hated the gameplay during those years like crazy. 2018 was one of those years that I hated. Like I said, like the last 6 years of FIFA has not been great, right? Or 7 years. I don't even know how long, to be honest, right? I think FIFA 15 was probably the last like playable one, and then everything afterwards was just like, I don't know, right? But if you watch one of my videos of me talking about the tournament mode of the World Cup, you'll see like the record that I had. I would never have played that many games if it wasn't for that mode, okay? The gameplay is the only reason why I didn't continue. If you give me this gameplay that we have now with that World Cup tournament mode, buddy, 6,000 games in a year. Result. Not play FIFA anymore. Not use different formations. Not use different players. Not use different tactics, right? Just use those 3 ISO play mechanics. Because you guys didn't adjust it.
But chat, wouldn't you argue? Listen, I'm not supporting EA for better pack look. Like I would never do that in my entire life. But Like, wouldn't you guys agree that in most other games it is very similar to that? Like think about like when I like
Whatever is ISO in other video games, it's just the natural thing to that video game. For instance, in Call of Duty, I hate that there is meta weapons in the game that you have to level up. The point is not having meta weapons unless they're super overpowered. The super overpowered ones, like Warzone used to have like the DMR, right? The single shotgun. I literally stopped playing Warzone because of that gun, right? That was disgustingly overpowered. I stopped playing the game because of that, right? But let's say for now, with the recent Warzone, if you were using, I forget what the gun is called, the Marco, right? And the Marco was a meta gun, right? And then you had the one meta SMG and the one meta AR, no problem. My main problem with COD is that you always had to consistently play it to level up the guns. Yes, you are correct. Every single game is going to have a meta, but the meta that the game has in other video games is not going to influence your general experience as much as it does in this game. Because if you have both of the meta guns that are AR and SMG, right? Like I said, I didn't even level up my guns in Verdansk. The only way I was able to perform even at one point in Verdansk was because I had the GRA and the MP5 from playing Modern Warfare regular multiplayer. But I hated like leveling up the guns to be able to play it in Warzone. You should just get the attachments in Warzone, right? But yeah, like once they gave me the GRA and the MP5 during the Verdansk days was fine to play, right? But yeah, the meta in every single game, right, there's always going to be a meta, but the meta needs to be playable in general, right? It's very important to mention. Yes, every game has a meta, okay? If you play Overwatch, they're going to have the most meta characters to use 100%, but you're not limited, okay? You're not limited because if you're good with different types of characters, you could perform with each one of them, right?
I played some ranked on COD. Like if you're playing like S&D and everything.
Yeah, but ranked on COD is different because these kids, they're sweats, yes, 100%, but they're good sweats. Do you understand? These kids slide canceling and hitting every single shot. At the end of the day, they're good at the game. They put the time in, right? They're good at the game. They're not using a variable in the game to make themselves overpowered, right? Like for instance, slide canceling, you know, unless they were using like an actual glitch in the game that makes it unplayable, like I don't know, like it's like if you're using a head glitch that you know is glitched. Like a head glitch is a thing normally in COD, but it's like using a head glitch that you actually cannot see their head properly, right? That's like ratty, right? But this is stuff that people learn, they're going to use these ratty mechanics. But when people are actually doing gunplay against you, the slide canceling and the way that they're hitting every single shot, it's tippable at the end of the day, right? People don't have slide cancel nowadays, but people who are good at Call of Duty will always find a way to be good at the game. The only rat thing that a person in COD will do is hack, because they're going to get that meta weapon and they're going to perform really well with that meta weapon. But you can get that meta weapon too. I just refuse to do it in multiplayer because I hate it, right? But it's something that I could have done, obviously. But yeah.
Like, yes, it's about skill, but there's also a mix of like rattiness, right? Like imagine you know you're in like a rat. I don't know if you have like plus numbers with COD, like you're gonna get a bomb down and people are just.
Rattiness in COD is not the same as rattiness in FIFA. It's not. It's not the same because there's. It's like me going to Scumpy and calling him a rat. No, he's just really good. Like I said, in FIFA, you will sometimes face people that play proper attacking football against you and defend like not a loser, right? With the park the bus stuff, and you could just tell they're a good defender, right? These are people that are tippable, right? It's like the COD kids. At the end of the day, they can be toxic in general. Don't get me wrong. The Call of Duty community, they can get toxic 100%, right? But they're still good. You know what I'm saying?
Just gonna hold angles, like you're gonna play like fucking rats.
Unless it's like multiplayer and someone's using like a shotgun that can kill you one shots from like a huge distance. That's ratty. But that's more like the developer of not like the same as FIFA, not, you know, balancing out the weapons to be able to like be a certain way. But if you're using guns that actually take time to kill, that are meta weapons, like during the time period with the Marco 5 and all that kind of stuff in Warzone, then that's different, you know?
Dude, like it is strategy at the end of the day. Like it's the same thing. It's not gonna be easy.
In FIFA, no. This pressure tactic stuff, it's not the same. It's not.
Easy, you know? It's not gonna be like, oh, you can just.
You are in control the whole time. You're playing COD, you're slide canceling, you're aiming, you're control the whole time. There's no other variable that you press a button and the game's playing for you. There's no variable like this. It's not the same thing. Okay? It's the same as Overwatch. If someone is good at a character, they're good. Like sometimes I'm playing my boy and I'm like, yo, this is like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like this is a sick Echo. Like this is a sick McCree. This is a sick like they're just destroying us. You know what I'm saying? Like you could see it in FIFA. I'm the best defender in the world now. It's not the same. Every game's gonna have a meta, but you could tell who's good.
Around and play some pure football. Like COD has meta guns. I've watched Apex before, dude. I've watched competitive Apex where literally there's like no gun engagements the whole game.
Competitive Apex, let's be honest, is boring to watch. We don't watch it because it's boring to watch. That's why people used to complain about NickRTFM playing Apex over Warzone during the time period, because it is a boring game to watch because the gun engagements do not happen consistently. But if you are looking at Apex as a regular video game, not in a ranked way, like playing it regularly, you wouldn't do that on a consistent basis, right? The ranked mode is going to promote this ratty playstyle where people are going to camp. But guess what? As a person that likes to watch different types of video games being played by top players, it's not fun to watch. Unless you watch AceU. AceU is a very good definition of someone that, you know, obviously if he's playing ranked, he's probably going to play to that meta eventually. But guess what happens? Even AceU will play a different game other than Apex because he knows that that meta sucks, right? He'll play a game like Overwatch and be able to attack on a consistent basis. So
because there's teams of 3 just...
I don't know if you guys ever watch AceU play. He's amazing.
Ratting it on the map, literally just moving to zones. Like, isn't that always the top level, though? Isn't it always about being the rattiest?
Moving to zones is not an issue. It's people more Call of Duty. It's more about like people staying in one spot, like sniping on a tower, stuff like that. If people are moving into zones like early, like that makes sense to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can avoid that crossing engagement. We just chose not to. You know what I'm saying? Because we're engaging a team or whatever it was. Like we would know the circle's coming and we would still get out of the truck to fight people. You know what I'm saying? But that's a choice that we made, right? We could have gone to the circle and, you know, fight in the circle, whatever, right? Be in the truck. Like there's always a way to avoid it, you know?
And game, like it still doesn't apply because there's still a meta in this game where you can drop back and do these through balls at this top level that's just crazy OP. But like you have to rat it in all these top elite divisions. It's not fun. Like all the time, it's not going to be an easy experience. It's like you have to do that.
Rat. People misinterpret when I say someone's a rat. Rat is not completely. It's not based off of skill based stuff. If I face Kurt, I'm not going to call Kurt a rat. Kurt is better than me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like his playstyle, he's going to do passes against me I don't even see. Probably the only one of the few people I've ever seen that can do that. Honestly, he does. Oh, he did some crazy passes in that tournament, man. I was like, I've never seen this before. He's doing it in a game that doesn't promote this playstyle, and he's still doing it, you know?
FIFA's still worse, though, I agree. But you have to rat it at that level. It's not like I'm just going to be able to play some...
Ratting is not the same as skill. It's not, okay? People he's referring to people in the community, in the gaming community in general, calling high-tier skill-based people rats. I understand what he's saying, but it's just not the same thing, okay? They're just good at the game. People in the gaming community will call them rats because they are good at the game. But in FIFA, you're not good at the game when the game is playing for you. And then the other person is not able to play because you pressed a button, you know?
Some other guy with some high SR and like 3-0 and just keep like flying forward and having fun, dude. I've got to start like possessing a little bit. It's just kind of how it is, though. The point of this video is that there's people that think they're a lot better than they are because EA allow you to play dumb mechanics like these counterattack, drop back, constant press. Like I'm getting that point of the video, but the point that was just made is that you can't, like, the Elite Division is stupid because it's full of these people, which I disagree with. I don't think everybody in this division plays that way, but I think there's...
But I said in this video that not everybody does. I said it. Okay.
I think you could put 20 players who play pure football, right, in the Elite Division, and I still think at the end of the day, if somebody was up a goal or two, like, they would start ratting it because people want to increase their skill rating. People want to get the win, right? Like, that's the point of competitive gaming at the end of the day. I understand there's this, like, thing of, like...
That's the problem, though. Division Rivals is the only regular game mode to play. People misinterpret the information like crazy. This is fine. People don't watch all this stuff, right? I've always said in the past that Division Rivals as a competitive based game mode is probably the best competitive game based game mode that we have ever played, because it only requires you to win a certain amount of games to get the rewards in that division. So if I play in the elite division, right, and I don't know what it is nowadays, right? It might be like 8 wins or something, right? If I guarantee the 8 wins, right, playing full meta rat FIFA, sure, so be it. I'm gonna play full meta rat FIFA. If I have to do it, I'll do it, right? But the problem is that you'll have to do it no matter what mode you play, because that's the only regular game mode. Once you're done Division Rivals, where do you use the rest of your players? Where do you use the rest of your players? There's no mode for that. That's why I kept talking about the tournament mode constantly, okay? Because that tournament mode, where it's the group stage and then the knockouts, is the best mode, okay, for that type of playstyle. Division Rivals is the best competitive based game mode I've ever played, because it doesn't require you to play it constantly, okay? You have to do it sometimes, you guarantee your results, fine, so be it. You may lose, win, doesn't matter. You guarantee your results, you guarantee your rewards, okay? They don't even show you the record, so it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a quantity-based game mode where you think every single game you play is perfect, right? Which it's not, because it depends on how people will play, because they will play ratty to guarantee those results, which isn't as bad nowadays, because honestly, if you get 11 wins and you get 20 wins, the difference between the two, not really far off of each other, other than like more coins, right? Because most people play foot champs for the red picks, so they like to see the red picks in their squad, right? But them making that foot champs change doesn't make me think differently when it comes to foot champs as a game mode, because any game mode that has quantity amount like that, I absolutely despise of, right? And I'm saying this as someone who's done well in foot champs. I have to say this now, because I had to make that foot champs run just to be able to say this, because people think I'm horrible. I'm a fraud because I do player reviews. I've sacrificed general experience for YouTube content because it makes sense for me to do in my position. Okay, that's the important thing here.
The issue is that if you're using constant press and drop back to only get the win, that's just stupid. That's so crazy, like, to me, that you're playing that way. But at the end of the day, people.
But like I said, there are people in this game that do play good football. I did say it in this video. Even this video, he saw me saying it.
You're gonna want to win the game, man, in that like level, right? Like it's not like you're gonna want to lose a game. I don't know. Winning is important in gaming, you know. So I agree, though. Like,
sacrificing the entire experience to get a win, I wouldn't even play the game anymore. That's like me playing Call of Duty, chilling on top of a tower the entire game just to get the win. I used to do that on the old Verdansk with my boys. That's why my KD was so low. I'm not even joking. And then I was like, nah, I can't do this. And I stopped playing. It was starting to irritate me, right? Again, much better nowadays, right? But during that time period, no.
It's a bit of a weird one, but I wish I was facing someone not playing 4-3-2-1. So you feel like 4-3-2-1 is like really ratty to play? Because like
No. There's actually no way for that formation to be ratty. No, wrong. That's just wrong.
I don't feel that way. Whenever I play someone playing 4-3-2-1, I feel like they're gonna like.
No, a lot of the times they play good football. Actually, I faced like 2 kids so far this year that they were using 4-3-2-1 with like they were doing some crazy stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Attack, bro.
Yeah.
Because I hate playing 5 back.
Not 4-3-2-1.
3 back. I hate playing like 4-2-3-1. I hate 4-2-3-1, bro.
It depends which variation. Like I said, that pro player one was so boring. I even in the video I said the Boris Legend one is still better because I can't do this. Like it's the whole game. Like it's not possible.
4-2-2 park the bus.
The Boris Legend one, it's so good, man. It's so good.
Bus is broken because what they do in 4-2-2 is they have 2 DMs that they put in the box. They grab a cam and then they start running around with the cam everywhere.
While the CDMs are blocking. Yeah,
we gotta keep watching.
3 things in as well. Okay.
Bro, there's still 12 minutes left.
I'm not
This
gonna be
is
fully upset
incredible
with
content.
you because you guys did do a lot of good core mechanic stuff right this year. You did. It's the first year you've done it in like 6+ years. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm being dead serious. But this ISO play garbage nonsense, it needs to be nerfed to the ground, okay? And you need to figure out what you want to do against people that are wasting time. You have to have some sort of like ability that is manual where you're predicting the player really well to be able to get the ball back. You know what's even a better solution? Don't have gameplay game modes where the win is so important, because people will do that for the entire game. They'll score 2. Guys, listen.
I disagree. They need to make other game modes, but I disagree, because if they don't have game modes that have some importance on winning, then the game is going to be dead. No one's going to want to play. There's not going to.
That's why I'm saying these game modes are good. Okay, it's just not having that other game mode. That's the issue. I've reached the point in FIFA where it's like like I said, Division Rivals, and I've said this in the past, is an actual good game mode, right? That can stay. You get the quantity amounts, you're good to go. Foot Champs, same thing. You have that variable, but the balance of having that tournament mode, super, super necessary. I've always said this. EA has actually gotten me to a point where even though I hate Foot Champs, I can accept it nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because the reward system is very different. Like literally, if you finish 20 and 11, like I said, it's, you know,
be a reason to play. Everybody's just going to sit on the menus because at the end of the day, everybody that plays FIFA is a competitive, no-life player living in their
you got to balance it for every type of player in the game. I understand this.
Basement that only cares about wins. Like, that's at the end of the day, that's what this community is, bro. So we need the validation. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like, we need it, bro. We're all rats, dude. You guys watch.
If you guys think I'm just making this up now, go watch my old videos of talking about gameplay, game modes. You will hear me say about like Division Rivals and stuff. I hate Foot Champs. I hate it, but they've gotten me to a point where I can accept it now. Content creators that get like the results on Foot Champs.
Here we go.
They don't know what they're doing to get these results, guys. Listen, they'll score 3-1, 3-2, right? I've seen the TikToks. Oh, I'm facing this guy, but they're wasting time.
Yes.
To the end, and you can't listen.
Where's my notepad? Dolly. This guy Dolly, bro. He put me on TikTok, bro. 1-1. He drew me, bro.
You have to sacrifice.
This rat, man.
By the way, is the people making content facing content creators, and then like, oh, I beat this like, guys, when you're looking at a content creator, even Boris, who was a former pro player, if you do that against Boris, who is streaming for long periods of time, who is just trying to make Road to Glory content, trying to use teams that are consistently different, we're content creators first, full meta rats, FIFA after, okay? We have to do different things on a consistent basis. If we're using full meta rat teams all the time, people would not be interested in watching the content that we create, okay? And it's so cringy. And Nick actually sent me a TikTok. It was last year or 2 years ago of this one kid that faced him that was using a full meta rat team, and Nick did really well against him because he wasn't using. He had maybe 2 full meta rat players, right? Which, I mean, you kind of need in FIFA, obviously, like 2, 3, 4 at the very least. Like me, I have like at least Kempembe, Varane and stuff, who can, you know, defend for me in the center back position. Super necessary in this game, right? And he showed me this video, and I'm like, oh my god, like what like why do people do this? This is so cringy. You know what I'm saying? And I say, why do people do this? But like, I understand why they do. It's kind of like a way for them to get on the map, like, to be honest, right? Like, that's why I'm not like completely against it, because it is a way to get views. And in the community of places like Call of Duty, places like FIFA, especially on TikTok, like people are going to get talks like, oh my god, you destroyed him, you did this, you did that. Bro, you don't know what the content creator is doing. You don't know if he's using a different formation. You don't know if he's using a different tactic. You don't know if he's using a full meta team, right? There's so many variables that you have to do to not, we can't do full meta stuff constantly, because people are not going to be interested in the stuff that we create, okay? They're just not.
And L1 he'll deal with Mbappe the whole pitch, and he drew me a right.
Bro, I used to see it when I used to watch like gameplay streamers. I used to stream for 12 hours, and then they would still do the TikTok against them. They would play them in their 12th hour of the stream of playing gameplay consistently, and then they would make the it's cringy, but like I get it. It's just trying to get on the map. I understand.
Rivals, bro.
Part of the game, just
threw
to
me on TikTok. That guy.
Sorry, man. That's garbage,
loser.
Man.
Absolute loser. This
I don't
guy.
play a game like Overwatch, and I'm like, look at this. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day with the tank meta, was horrible. I stopped playing because of that, because that tank meta was absolutely garbage, right? But right now, it's like, oh, the team comp is this, team comp is that. Like,
here is the problem: you remove the help against the casual players. These guys, Inception, who are of course amazing players, are going to be even more ahead. EA do not want that. That's true. But the problem is, like, you're actually really right, because basically what EA have created is 3 mechanics that people can play now that can make them way better at the game. I agree with you. So, but I think EA's happy with that. You know what I mean?
Meta mechanic that's like stupid overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Characters can be overpowered, but if you're good enough at the game, you could deal with that. How do you deal with something in FIFA, right, where you can't move? Tell me. If you're playing regular FIFA, guys, you can use target lock. You could use whatever the hell. You can't move. You can't dribble, dude.
It's true. This is the biggest problem in this game with drop back is the constant press the whole game. It's so. Oh, chat, we have ads running.
Okay, you're garbage if you do this.
You change after you got a 20-0.
You send messages because you're a rat. Okay. I hope the guy that's like, you could watch the Vasquez video. He's probably gonna figure it out. You're a rat. Okay. Anybody else that does this, you're a rat too. That corner kick mechanic that Harry does, I see that in the game. I already immediately want to leave, and I know he's gonna send a message. Because he's a no-life rat. Thank God we don't create content over here where the result is super important. See, I do foot champs videos, people don't even care about it. It's just reviews and giving information, you know? I've already proven that I am decent enough to provide the information. That's the only thing that is required. I'm not amazing, I'm not top tier at this game or whatever you want, right? But I don't play like a rat at the very least, okay? And this is a fact, and I'm gonna show you guys, right, why it's a fact. I need to rant because it irritates me. It was the same thing last year too, right? Where's this tweet to my boy Frank Sauce? This guy, I've known this guy for
Frank Sauce.
I've known
Oh,
this
he's
guy
my
for,
chat.
honestly, I'm gonna say like 7 years, so I'm not gonna lie, like 7+ years.
I can't
It's been
see
a long
the
time
tweet.
since I've known this kid, right? And then I'm like, oh, thoughts on the out of position promo, and then he's like, solid, really hard to fifth Cancelo on my Portuguese team though. He said Portugal team, and I was playing a foot
TV
champ
time,
game,
bro. You're getting
reviewing
TV
Salah. You
time.
can actually go check out the video with his full Portuguese team. And I'm like, figured I just faced you. I'm like, who else would use a Portuguese team? Because everyone just wants to use their full meta rat teams, right? And look, can I just show you what he said about the playstyle that I did it against him? He says, you played the most non-meta fluid football I've played this year. Your defense was all over me. Any tips?
Nah,
With
the dick eating
not-
is crazy.
It's true.
Come on,
Using
man.
a
It's
defensive
crazy,
mechanic
bro.
that's overpowered. It's actual
riding is
manual
nuts.
defending, right? In certain areas of
Crazy.
the pitch.
It's just people. Listen, man. It's just
You
people
guys
being
don't-
nice to us. Like even on my Instagram comments, like people are just nice. You know what I always say about content creation on the internet. If someone actually goes out of their way to say something nice about you, you have to appreciate that more, because I really think it takes a certain effort for someone to say something. If I watch content creation, if I don't like something that I'm watching, I don't like a content creator, whatever it is, I actually just don't say anything. I just tell my friends like, yeah, I'm not really into watching their stuff. And that's it. But for me to go out of my way to like dislike a video, right? Or to say how much I hate this person on a forum or a Reddit, that's weird to me, right? So in the content creator scheme, like I said, it's very easy for someone to hate speech in a comment than it is for someone to say something nice. So if they say something nice, I feel like you got to appreciate this, right? But
No, because you
video's already kind of long, so
I've seen these kids on Twitter all the time.
It's a joke.
Not even using things, because one of those three things is out of your control. Bad things. Okay. From last year, by the way, is there you go. I'm not twisting words when I say you're a rat if you do these three things. Okay. Not these. I can't say you do these three things, because one of those three things is out of your control. Bad gameplay. When you ignore it, you're an issue with the community. I'm telling you this right now, right? Because I've seen these kids on Twitter all the time. But it's the two other things. I don't even know why you play the game, man. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't get it. If I did that the entire game, I'd be bored.
The drop back
I'm
and
like, am
constant
I an
pressure,
AI?
I
Am
totally
a
agree.
robot?
yeah.
It's a joke.
I'm not even using brain. I'm not using my brain to like pass there. You know, if I put this type of work rate here, I could do. No. Park the bus counter, please. No tenho paciência. I don't have patience. That's what it means in Portuguese. Don't have the patience, man. I bet. Never played a game like that in my life. That people will sacrifice general experience for the result that badly. You can't do that for any other game, because there's what are you gonna sacrifice experience in a game like CS:GO? No. You're gonna sacrifice experience for a game like Call of Duty? You can, by being a hacker or camping in one building the entire game, which, hey,
Or getting an armored truck and putting a trophy on it and running over everybody on
Yep.
the map. Or
Yep.
using every single meta gun that's the most OP gun in history, like the DMR with
The DMR. See, I literally just mentioned the DMR earlier.
rapid fire. Like there's very parallel things you can do in Call of Duty to FIFA. Totally.
Yeah, but when there's a meta in COD when it comes to the guns, if their time to kill is fair and everyone has it, then it's okay. But it's when they had the meta of the DMR complete garbage, and then there was also that shotgun as well, like the doof doof. That's the Nick Merckx doof doof. That gun was horrible too, man. But it was horrible, but it's like kind of like using the outside foot shots for the park the bus rats, being able to kill people camping in a building waiting for you to go up the stairs and stuff. There's like those certain buildings that people were able to do that.
There is metas in that game that people absolutely abuse. How about 4 months in Warzone where every single LMG was better up close
The Bren, oh my god.
and at far with no recoil with that stupid
I don't remember which time period it was in Warzone, but there was a time period where it was the best time period in the game where every single gun was good. Do you guys remember that time period where Tfue would actually use like the Ram 7? And then there was like people use Ram 7, M4, GRA, M16, like all of these guns were sick in their own ways. Wow, that's when Warzone was really fun, because I didn't feel like I got into a gun engagement and I was losing strictly because of my guns. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I'm not amazing at the game. You know what I'm saying? But like in Warzone right now, like I literally stopped playing because like first of all, leveling up the guns was it's just I leveled up the Marco finally, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting kills in the Marco. And then like I think a week later they nerfed the Marco a little bit, and then they made the Papush, I call it the Papush, the PPSH. They made that gun overpowered, and then I was like, great, that gun's a beamer, by the way. It's like literally if you get into a gun engagement against that person and you're using a Marco, they're most likely going to kill you, right? Unless you're saucy of the game. I have my boy Kev, who's like really good at Call of Duty, right? But a lot of time played as well, right? Like I think he has like 40 days, 50 days or something, so deserved, you know what I'm saying?
Scope. Same shit as drop back and constant pressure. You're like running around.
Yeah, the DMR was bad.
Pushing people with a sub, and you're getting melted in 2 bullets by an LMG. COD has very similar problems, in my opinion. COD, the largest skill gap
During those metas, yes. When it's balanced, no.
in COD is about the movement. But how about every single like, when I think of the Elite Division in COD, you know what I think about? Seriously. I think about every player in that game using the Rose skin, slide canceling around the map. That's all I think about. That's literally all I think of.
But they're good at the game, though. That's like me going to Adam, Nick, right? And telling him he's bad at the game from doing that. Even Matthew. Like, we know these two guys are demons. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that they're sick at the game.
It's the same thing as Elite Division.
If you take out slide cancel for those two guys, they're still going to be sick at the game. It doesn't matter. Because they put in the time. They have the game sense. I played that game one time with them. The one that's like, it's not Halo. It's the game similar to Halo, but it has the portals. I played that game with them. They barely played that game, and they were still destroying people. It took me like 3 or 4 games to get close to the level, but they were still crazy. My first 2 games, I was not doing anything, and then like, you know what? I'm the type of person like this. I like playing with people who are significantly better than me. I love it because it makes me become better too. Which brings me back to the Call of Duty KD thing, Nick, okay? If you play with these guys all the time, it's not the same as what I was playing with back then. Okay, it's not the same thing. If I was playing with what I play with now, with meta weapons, then it would be higher, right? But back then, no chance. Bro, I have my boy, my best friend, right? Who is probably the best Call of Duty player amongst us, right? Who has a significantly lower KD, probably because of that time period, right? And I have a friend who has like a 4, I have a friend who has like a 3.5, whatever, and they're not better than him. I could tell you they're not better than him, right? He just played during that time period where like our play style wasn't great. There was, it was just horrible. Not like that nowadays. Nowadays, significantly better, 100% significantly better, right? I'm at fault more than anything, right? But during that time period, it was really frustrating. But it's like that, like if I play with Matthew and Adam all the time, I would get better at the game because they're significantly better than me. I would probably never reach their level, which would make me enjoy the game even more because I would keep striving to get better and better against these guys because they make you better,
Division player
and it's easier because you go for higher kill games. You guys don't die. You can get 14 kills a game, 15 kills a game. The players that you played with is a huge thing. Ask Adam if he played with any of his boys if he can do the same thing.
Same thing. Some of them trash, some of them garbage, but they all think they're the best player of all time. They all think they're Scumpy or Shotsy. At least COD tries and balances the meta.
Not Scumpin. Like if you guys ever watch Scum play, it's different.
That's true.
That's a very good example. You want to stay in the tower. You remember? What's that map?
Oh my God, in Verdansk.
Fortune's Keep. You know that tower?
No. Chat. You know the tower in Verdansk where the
tower in Verdansk. Oh yeah, the airport one.
People would look over the airport field and just sit up there all game.
Guys in the tower, the whole entire game. Go play multiplayer. You're garbage. Go play multiplayer. You're trash. Go.
And they have one teammate watching the elevator.
This is the authentic football. Most teams play this like this in real life, guys. Don't bring up real life football, please. Because I'll destroy you if you bring up real life football, okay?
Chat, it's a good video. In my opinion, like, the title that he put.
Most of the things that he disagreed with me was just misinterpreted. So this is not actually a bad video. It's good that we actually made this reaction video. It was just misinterpretation. It wasn't the goals that he was scoring. It wasn't the game mode stuff, because sometimes you can't collect every single information from a person from what they're saying. I've never, what I'm saying or what I've said in this video has never been changed. I've said all of these things in the past. If you watch any of my gameplay game mode rant videos, I will literally tell you that Division Rivals is the best game mode we've ever had, right? I don't mind playing full meta rat FIFA with a full meta rat team for a little bit, just not the whole time period, because that's the only thing you can do now, okay? And then foot champs, like I said, they've convinced me differently. Like, I can use different types of teams. I couldn't care less about the result. I've proved that I can get a decent result, right? So if I get 16, 15, 14 now from doing different formations, different reviews and stuff, couldn't care less, because you getting the 11 wins is all you need, right? So yeah, it's not a bad video. Like I said, I think most of it that you guys came to me about was misinterpretation. So
is a little bit more just to bring people into the video, which is what you have to do as a YouTuber. The main two problems in this game, which is what he's saying, in my opinion, is the fact that the constant press is broken, right? When somebody puts constant press on, there's two issues with it. Number one, you can't do anything.
Nope.
If you want to watch...
I've tried different tactics. It doesn't make a difference. I played 4-1-2-2 with possession, come close, nothing.
The prime example, when I was 19-0 yesterday, I couldn't do a thing. Hullet was... I had nobody open. I just had to get lucky. And number two... when somebody activates constant press, there is no penalty for their player.
No.
Right? Their stamina.
That's what I mentioned too. They don't lose stamina. They don't perform worse.
It's like the same as
it's worse this year than it was last year, honestly.
It's a joke. If somebody's using constant press and you're not, their players need to have like 3 times the energy drain that your players have. So in the end of the game, if you survive it, you just destroy them everywhere. That's what it needs to be. And number two, I agree. I don't know what makes EA so horny with defending, man. Like, these guys at the studios must be, like, huge Atletico Madrid fans. I don't understand, bro, because, like, Burnley, it's just weird, man. Like, it's weird. Why not make a game that's fast and attacking? Like, why does defending with 8...
Fast is attacking in there is good attacking in this game. Like, you guys, Nick, most of the times you play FIFA is during the daytime, right? You have to experience good gameplay. You would think differently about the dribbling and stuff. The best version of gameplay I played this year, I think I had it one time in the, I think I had it in the 18-2 video where I was using Correa in it. Maybe was it the 18-2 video? Maybe. I know I have the highlights up on YouTube, but I was literally saying it in the highlights. You could see me with my face cam like this. This is what my face cam was, because I was playing it at nighttime, right? And I was just like not doing like YouTube content, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fast. Inconsistent gameplay, right? So
8 next-gen players in your box like turn you on. It's so bizarre. It's honestly bizarre. That's another example of this. And then his third point is really the Trivela, which I have no issue with. I've never had an issue with long
never said anything about Trivela. That was a misinterpretation. I literally never said anything about it.
shots. I am good at them, but I think it's an important counter to have, because it's a way to beat these people.
Yeah.
Which he disagrees with, is that everyone is out-ratting rats, but I think it's
misinterpreted.
It's necessary. If you face a rat, you shouldn't have nothing to do, right? So for the example of yesterday, the way I got a 20-0 was I played a guy with a full rat team and full rat mechanics, right? He's got Hullet, Lucio, all these guys. He's constant press the whole game. Okay, how do I beat him? I scored 2 Trivelas because it was the only thing I could.
Never change, Nick. If you interpret something that I say in a certain way and you disagree with it, keep doing it. I don't like people that are yes men, so.
Because my players couldn't move. So it gave me a counter that I could go to against a player that was ratting. So I out-ratted the rat. That has to be available, man. I don't agree with that point. It has to be available. Because other than
misinterpreted like crazy.
that, what, I got to put my hands up and just say, okay, you're playing a certain tactic, I'm going to lose. That's not fun. All right, guys, good video. I like it. I always like watching Inception's videos. I think the number one thing even if you like or you don't like this guy, the number one thing you can't disagree with is that he brings the passion to the job every single day. And that's what's very important. You always have to respect that about another content creator. Someone that actually gives a crap and doesn't just show up for the check every day. Somebody that really cares and invests about the game. Do we like the check and the money? Oh, hell yeah, we love the money. We love the money. But do we care? Yes, we care, and we have passion. And that's what's very, very important. So I can always respect Inception because he always has the passion.
All right, good video. Like I said, it was mostly interpretation, for sure. Mostly interpretation. Yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. We'll catch you guys for... I'll probably do like 3 or 4 different videos tomorrow. I understand why I got the comments now. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, hopefully I cleared that stuff up. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.